going on? What's going on, fans? This is your boy Big Leak, the commissioner, coming to you once again. This is week 14. Week 14 in the Any Given Sunday Fantasy Football League. Gotta excuse the low pitch. It's a late night here in the Rose household, and the two Rugrats asleep. Got the pain in the ass wife. But anyway, it's all good. A lot of stuff going on. I'm sorry, it's a little late, but playoff implications abound big time in this league. It is so much stuff going on in this league. I had to write it down. Definitely had to write it down. No, this isn't the one. This is the one. Man, there's only one clear cut, well, maybe two clear cut teams. The top two seeds, Rex Ryan, of course. Rex Ryan, and Young Money, my man, the quiet one. The quiet Christian Patesic. Those are the top two seeds in the league. But after that, it's kind of like a free fall. After we'll get one more league winner gets the third seed or gets the top seed. So as of right now, it sits at Team Hilliard. My man Sam, who started out the season on as a gangbuster, but has fallen on tough times as of late, barely clinging on to the 3 seed in the league. A lot of stuff going on though. We got a win and end list. These guys right here, if they win Sunday's game, they're in the playoffs. Heading that list is me, team. Actually, I want to change my name. Too Much Speed was kind of relative to the Eagles after that Monday night game where they just ran all over the Washington Redskins. Still loving my Eagles. I don't believe we got too much speed, but it's not really fantasy football friendly, so that's a different note. I'll change my name later on. Eventually, I'm going to change it to Champ, but we'll see about that. The microphone fiend, oddly enough, is still in it. If he wins, he's in. I think he plays me on Sunday, so I guess you won't be making the playoffs, Jeff. But you got a cool name nonetheless. Gotham City's finest, my man Jamal. Don't think you're going to make it, bruh. Team's a little shaky, got a lot of injuries, but you've been known to make miracles out of nothing. Judging back to those mayonnaise sandwiches you used to eat as a kid, I'm sure, brother. We've all been there. Syrup was my favorite. But anyway, my dad, Q-Town, the Q-Town's finest, the Eagles, Quakertown Eagles, they still have a chance to make it into the playoffs. Got a lot of things going on there, and I'm sure he's knee-deep in Christmas shopping and doing all that other crap. So hopefully he misses a lineup change, and it costs him because he's a dangerous foe. He knows all about the sport, and he's always up on the waiver wire pickups and all kinds of savvy GM moves. So we'll see what he does this Sunday. Team Washington still has a chance. CJ, I don't really know what you're getting into, bruh, but you definitely have a chance at this league and the league title. The Fly Jocks. I don't know, this list may be wrong. Hold on. I don't know. I gotta double check this list because my brother Corey, the Fly Jocks, are struggling, but I still think he has a chance to finish at 6-8. And 6-8 in the past has been good enough to get you in the playoffs in this league. So we'll see what happens. If the season were to end right now, I hate this song. Sorry. If the season were to end right now, the top seed would be Rex Ryan with the expletive at the end of his name. My man Matt Harding taking time out of his busy New York Knicks schedule to put a whooping on us boys in fantasy football. But rest assured, Matt, none of us are finished yet. It's just the regular season. The first step has been completed. It's not the playoffs, bruh. It's a whole different season in the playoffs. And playoffs is something that you haven't seen in New York since the late 90s, since the freaking Clinton administration. So I'm sure you're a little rusty when it comes to playoff times, bruh. Now that I'm no longer a New York Knick, I can joke about you guys. But yes, you've been playing better lately, beating up on the below 500 teams in the league. But a win's a win. The second seed, Young Money. Rex Ryan. Actually, I had to play you in the first round of the playoffs. That was where all the jokes were coming from, but I missed it. Little drum, missed it or whatever. But anyway, you're going down in week 1. If the season were to end today, I don't know. If I win and, seedings change or whatever, I'll see you when I see you. But Young Money are taking on, as of right now, CJ Washington, Miami's finest. I still think he's one of the few people that still buys Miami Heat jerseys after that lousy start they had. The 3-6 game will be Team Hilliard and Jamal, my man, the Gotham City Loan Sharks. They would do battle They would do battle in the 360. 4 and 5 would be the Bottom Boys. And White Shadows. Cool name for an uncool guy. This guy, I don't know, he's a Cowboys fan, so there's nothing good I can say about him. But I did think about one funny thing, and I'm praying that it happens. With Michael Vick, just injecting life into this Eagles organization. We've been on the outskirts of, championship conversation, Super Bowl conversation. But for all the grief Jim Willison has given me over the years about the Philadelphia Eagles allegedly not having a championship, even though we did win back-to-back in 48 and 49, or 49 and 50. It was a little while ago, but we were the only team to win two NFL championships by shutout. Look it up, fellas. But anyway, if we win the championship this year, we have more Super Bowls in your arena than y'all have. And I'm praying it happens, because if it happens, first of all, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to whip anybody's ass that starts trash talking with me. But anyway, it's just going to be that much sweeter if we get our first Super Bowl. We have championships, but the Super Bowl, since like the 70s, they changed the name or whatever. But we get our first Super Bowl in Cowboy Stadium. This new $1 billion trash can. Yeah, I call it a trash can. But if we can get our first Super Bowl in there, it'll be great. Sorry to belabor that point, but it's just something that has been on my mind. And I am the commissioner, so I can take as much time as I want on whatever I want. All right, the 9-10 game. The Bottom Boys. That's my man Milo. He has a chance at the playoffs. Actually, he's in the playoffs, 4 and 5, oddly enough. But a lot of things can happen in this last week, as there's a lot of parity in this league, and teams can move up and down. Speaking of those, the 9 and 10 seed, although as of today you're out of the playoffs, you still have a good chance of making the playoffs. That's the Microphone Fiend, who I think plays me this week, so it's not really looking that good for you. And the Quakertown Eagles. And Dad, I can be, bribed to put a whooping on Microphone Fiend and kind of solidify you getting in the playoffs. So we'll see how we can keep it in the family. 11 and 12, living young. Corey, you're out of here. Actually, no, Florida, you still have a chance. I gotta check the records. Stat Boy may have been a little bit off with the notepad here or whatever, but the Rough Riders are the only team that are officially out of it. So we'll see what happens as that goes on, fellas. Week 14, I love it when it comes down to the last week of the regular season and teams still have a chance to jump in and out of the playoffs. It just makes guys, pay attention to the league and keep managing their teams, as opposed to quitting when they know they're out of it. So, like the Rough Riders. See if he gets an invite next year. And Sam, you told me about this dude, Sam Hilliard. You told me about this dude, so you're on probation too for next season. You may not make it. You better show well in the playoffs. But anyway, fellas, gotta get ready to get out of here, man. Marley be waking up soon, and I gotta go play daddy, which is actually a great job. So, all you brothers, keep up with your teams, manage them well. Enjoy it while it lasts, fellas. We only got a few more weeks, and then it's like no sports until friggin' March Madness comes around. It's like the most boring time in sports to get between playoff basketball in the NBA and college, and the end of NFL regular season. So enjoy it while it lasts, fellas. This is your commish, Big League. I'm out. Peace.